Hello Flostu, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I'm going to combine two things. So I wanted to show you what I have been buying for cross-stitch recently, and I'm going to share with you the cross-stitch projects which I'm intending to have this fall, this autumn. Why did I decide to do the following thing? Because usually you probably noticed that I have the videos with the things I have purchased separately. The thing is that I don't know how, but the purchases I have, they're all autumn Halloween, thematic. The topic of the purchases is autumn, and the starts I want to do, part of them are from the things I have been buying, you see, and I thought that it doesn't have any sense to make two separate videos, one about what I have bought and the other video about what I want to stitch. So I'm going to combine the two of them. So what do I have? I will start with some Just Nan charts with embellishment packs. I think it's not going to be a surprise for you that I'm going to start showing again Just Nan, because I'm stitching Just Nan pretty much, I would say, and I am buying it. I'm buying the rare out of print things which I can find for decent prices. I'm repeating myself, and also I am buying what is still being sold, so what is not out of print. That's why I'm trying, how would I say, combine both sides of these purchases so that they wouldn't affect too much my budget. Okay, so what I have here is, I think is not anything rare, at least, I think so. So, first of all, this is the Teen Haunted Woods. This one is a recent release. I think 2 years ago it was released for autumn. I liked the slide from the very beginning, but I haven't been buying it yet because I was thinking about the inside thing which has to be stitched with 1/1, and I was like, oh, again 1/1, I don't like stitching 1/1. I'll see, maybe I'll buy it just for the Teen. But since last Christmas, when the mini Teen was released, the one which with Saint Nicholas, it wasn't Saint Nicholas, it was Santa Claus, in the one with the little pin, you know, the latest release. I liked very much the Teen. I liked that it has a pin, and I decided that I'm buying it. And I bought it. I saw that Santa inside is being stitched not in petite stitches, like 1/1, and I said, okay, I'm going to stitch it, and I stitched it. And you know, when I finished everything, I liked this thing, and I said, okay, this is nice, and I thought to myself that I'll probably start buying the other Teens which have projects to be stitched inside. And this one was in my wish list on 1 2 3 Stitch. It's not how to say, paid endorsement, or how it's called, this one. It's just I am buying from there the Just Nans which are not out of print, because the price is okay for me, and the shipping costs are okay for me. So it was in my wish list, but suddenly this one popped out on eBay, like even cheaper than 1 2 3 Stitch, you see, and I say, why not, and I purchased it. So yeah, it was kind of unexpected. I said, okay, the price is good, why not taking advantage of it. So this is 32nd count Weeks Teen Roof Linen. Okay, Weeks Teen Roof Linen is this one which was in the house, last year's release. So this is not a plan for for this autumn, but I think it's going to be a short and pleasant one. So it has been purchased. The Cute Hoots, Ollie and Percy, they are second purchase or repurchase for me, because once upon a time I had them, and then I decided that I'm not going to stitch such small things, and I sold them. And last spring, after stitching the bunnies by Just Nan, I stitched 4 if I'm not wrong, all the bunnies which have been released so far. I liked very much how they look like. They are on my tree, which is changed according to the seasons. And I said that all the little things which I'm going to find for any other season, I'm going to buy little by little and stitch them. Or, okay, if I'm not going to find them, because some of them are out of print, I'm going to stitch them from scratch. These ones I found. I don't know if they are still out of print, but I found them in the shop, so I purchased them. So the orange one is Ollie, the purple one is Percy, and they have embellishment pack. So they're supposed to be needle keepers, and they should be open inside, you see, kind of. I'm not going to make them needle keepers, so most probably I'm not going to use this one. There is like embellishment for their eyes, black and purple petite beads, and some pieces of ribbon, which is going to be their ears, and this one, you see. By the way, the this bead, the owl bead, I have 2 beads like this. They are Terra cast, and I have been buying them. I haven't thought yet how I would embellish with them, because on the picture here only Ollie has one, Percy doesn't have one, but I purchased 2 so that both of them could have. So yeah, this is a repurchase. Again, these ones are not planned for this autumn. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to start stitching, what I'm planning to stitch. If I'm going to have gaps or free time, of course I'm going to start something else. I'm not going just to stay on the same place. But as a plan, I don't have them. Then I purchased these 2 tricky tweets, 2 birdies, blackbirds. This is Creamy Mimi and this is Jacky Lantern. So this is, I just took it out because both of the embellishments pack were here and the picture was not very visible. So Screamy Mimi is this one with the ghost, and Jacky Lantern is this one, of course, with the pumpkin. Nice ones. The embellishment pack is pretty nice, as you can see. So both of them have materials, again, to be put inside, as far as I see, or maybe not. I don't know. I'll read, I'll see. But again, I'm not going to make them, probably not, because they have legs. They are not going to open. They are not needle keepers. So they have the wire for the legs. They have the little spiders. They have it like the felt for the beaks and the ribbon for their tails. Both of them have. So, and from this series there is also Betty Boris. I didn't find Betty Boris. If I'm going to, and by the way, I had Boris in my stash once upon a time, but again I sold it. So I had the owls, Ollie and Percy, and I had Boris, and I sold all of them. And the owls I could purchase. Boris I haven't seen it yet. But if I'm going to see it, I'm going to buy it. If not, I'm going to stitch it from scratch. So kind of these 5 are intended to be autumn Halloweeny little delights for my tree. Okay, next is Little Hedgie. I think this one is in my wish list for many years, and I don't know why all the time there were other things which were more important to buy than this one. And I don't know how. I think it had a discount. I don't remember how things were. And I said, okay, it's time to buy it. Finally, his time came, and it was purchased. There is one. This is the first hedgehog which was released by Just Nan. There is one more which is in a house. That one is a more recent release. I'm thinking of purchasing that one as well. So having like both hedges and one house. So 2 hedges and 1 house. And from the larger samplers, I mean like the band samplers, there were 2 samplers which were in my wish list, and again they were waiting to be purchased. So this is Spider Moon. This one, pretty nice, I would say. So it has just the embellishment is just the charm and the petite beads and some petite beads, and that's it. And for the material, this one asks for DMC threads and for 42nd Zweigart stone gray Belfast linen. I'm not sure, but I think stone gray is out of print. But I think a good one is going to be again this one, tin roof linen. I think this one is tin roof. I'm not sure. Later we'll find out because I need it for a design, and we'll find out if it's the same. And one more is counting bats. This one also was in my wish list for a long time, and finally it has been purchased. I like very much the fabric of this one. I was sure that it's Wix Dye Works, but here it says it's for 28 count Zweigart Frenzy Cashel linen. I don't know, because this is a hand-dyed thread, hand-dyed fabric. It's evident that it's hand-dyed, but I'm not sure which brand does it belong with Frenzy one. And the embellishment pack is a skeleton and two kinds of beads. This is the pumpkin, how would I say? It's the orange stripy beads, which kind of are pumpkins, and the little petite purple beads. Yeah. And this one, if you want, you can stitch in over soie d'argent. I mean in silks, if you want, you can stitch. And the DMC. Yeah. And one more. This is Girls Night Out from the Red Hat Stitcher. And this design was purchased especially for this hat. Yeah, I'm not kidding. There is a charm, a hat. According to the design, it has to be here, you see, like attached here. I need it for another design, which is an out of print design, and you'll find out very soon which one it is about. I know that this design is Girls Night Out, and Girls Night Out has this charm, and there is another design which is called Another Girls Night Out, if I'm not wrong. I don't know if the witches are the same. I never analyzed them, I admit, but I suppose they have to be different, and there it's this charm is not used anymore. If I'm going to, so about this one, maybe it's going to be stitched this autumn, because I'm going to take out the charm from here, and here, instead of the hat charm, maybe I'm going to stitch spider, like here. Maybe I'm going to attach a spider, because I have spider charms from last autumn, last Halloween, when I needed for a design. So maybe I'm going to attach a spider, and if this one is going to be stitched, if I'll have the time and I'm going to stitch this one, I'm certain that I want to finish it into a pincushion. I don't know, it's 4 by 5 on 28th count. No, it's not big. And I think about having it in a pincushion. Yeah, so as I said, this hat charm is needed for another design. Which design? You'll see in a second. And I need this charm, this hat charm, witch hat charm, to stitch Trick or Treat box by Just Nan. I will try to insert a photo of how this one looks like. This one is, if I'm not wrong, this is an exclusive design for Silver Needle. This is a rare one and difficult to hunt one, I would say. And I was thinking for a long time that I would dare to stitch it from scratch, but fortunately I won't have to stitch it from scratch because I was lucky enough to buy Pamela's Final Touches. You know that this design comes, it's not the only one, there are like a series of these designs by Just Nan which come in 2 packets. So to stitch and finish that one you need both of them. It's the chart with the embellishment pack, and it's the pack which is called Pamela's Final Touches, where you have everything to finish that design, and some of the things are pretty important to finish the design. So I was lucky enough to purchase Pamela's Final Touches, how do I say, part of this design, because the chart I could find, and having the chart with the part which contains the chart, I would have needed in the embellishment pack this this hat. The hat, if I'm not wrong, it's black, it's not orange, I'm not sure, but the form of the hat, I think it's the same. And also I would have needed a bead, a full moon face bead, you see, and I purchased this kind of beads. So the embellishment pack for the which was sold with the chart, I kind of was able to how do I say, not reproduce, but to have something similar. And in the packet, which is called Pamela's Final Touches, let me show you what I have here. I think, no, this is not the first final touches which I have in my hand, but it's nice. So you know how these ones look. Here you have everything what you need for finishing the design. So I have the papers which tell me how to finish the design. I have, if we speak about the papers, I have the, how it's called, how much to cut from the felt, from everything to make the pumpkin, which is inside. And, which is very, very important, I have the threads. So threads here are silk, they are Rainbow Gallery silks. And there is no counterpart in DMC. And I have the silks, and I'm going to stitch it in silks. And there is even a metallic thing here, you see? Very happy about this one, so the threads. Then there was a piece of linen here. It asks for raw linen. By the way, I haven't shown you any beads because the design doesn't ask for beads. So there is the linen, the 32nd count linen where the design has to be stitched. Then there is a full skein wheel of Londonderry thread, which is used to finish, you know, when you are putting together the stitches so that you would form the box, and the gold John James needle. I'm not sure if this one is needed for, was here to stitch with it, or is here because it's going to be needed to like use it like as a making the work better. Then I have the cardboard form, which is ready to be like used. And this is very important for me because Jasnan has also, there are two boxes like this actually. It's the autumn, the Halloween trick-or-treat box, and there is a summer one with a bluebird. So I'm not a big fan of that bluebird, but I like very much the box. So I was thinking about like making that box as well, but I was not sure about the size of the cardboard. And now that I have this cardboard, I'm going to, what do I say? I'm going to cut a similar piece so that I would have it for the summer box as well. So far for the summer box, I have there is a TerraCast button needed there. I know for sure that I purchased that button, but that one also is stitched in Rainbow Gallery silks. So I'll see, but it's important that I have the cardboard form and the size, and this is very important for me. Also the materials which are needed for finishing, you see, some paper, this one for finishing. Inside the box there is a pumpkin, and for that pumpkin there is the felt, the wool felt from which they work. So this is for the pumpkin, this is for the leaf of the pumpkin. Then the black ribbon is the pumpkin is going to be held there inside. I'm not sure, I'm trying to put them in so that I won't lose them. I'm not sure of what for this cardboard is, I'm going to read, but I know for sure that this one is a kind of elastic, I don't know how to call. This one is to attach the hat charm. I know for sure that this one is for this reason. So yeah, and also here, when I purchased it, there were 3 skeins of DMC, probably which I used in this design as well, which I'm going to check it out when stitching. The only thing which wasn't here, I don't know why, honestly, because it's evident that the design wasn't stitched. You see, everything was ready for the design. The only thing I couldn't find is the fabric which had to be, which is used inside. And I just looked into my small stash of fabrics which I have, and I found 4. I found this one and this one, which I think I'm going to like eliminate from the very beginning because I think they are too dark. The one which is used in the original one is lighter. I'm just trying to put you the other part because it was the, you see, I like it very much, but I think it's too dark. And this one comes with smaller picks, like Halloween ones, you see, like this. And but this two, they are okay. The print and the color, they are okay for me. I mean, like this one is with bats, and it's orangey, and this one is grayish and with pumpkins. I'm not sure which of them I'm going to use. After stitching and trying to finish it, I'm going to see which one is going to be better. But if I'm not going to like either of them when finishing, probably I'm going to look for something else and buy. Probably. I'll see. But so far I'm just kind of keen, or how to say, kind of think that this one of these two is going to be okay. And one more design, which I'm intending to stitch for this Christmas. This is, again, just Nan design. And again, this is a rare to find design. This is Cream House. This also was a limited edition for Silver Needle, if I'm not wrong. And this one was a plan for last autumn. Yes, I'm not kidding. And I was like buying materials. I had a few things to buy and I would have been ready to have everything and start the design. And then there was the information about the new release, just Nancy last autumn's release, like Alvira's house. And I said that, no, I don't want to stitch 2 houses. Yes, because this one is going to be a house in the same season. And I chose the newly released design. I stitched it, I finished it, and that was it. I said, okay, I'm going to stitch the next house the next autumn. So Scream House is going to be stitched this autumn. What do I have for it? I don't have anything originally, by the way, because this one, I have never seen this one being sold for cheap price. Never, ever. I don't know which was the, by the way, the ones who know, which was initially the value of this design when it was released. I mean, like, as if you are buying something which is released like as now, because I'm just curious. Okay, so what do I have? I have the linen, because the outside walls have to be stitched in Weeks Dye Works tin, how it's called, tin roof linen, yes. And I was smart last autumn, and I knew that I needed this linen. That's why for this house, I didn't buy the 32nd count. I bought one big piece of 30th count, and I stitched this house in 30th count. Also, last autumn, last Halloween, I stitched this cube, octagonal cube, Pumpkin House at Frightener House, it's called. And this one needed Peoria Purple by Weeks Dye Works and needed 32nd count. Again, I didn't buy 32nd count, I bought 30th count for this one. First of all, because I wanted this cube to be larger. Yes, I admit that I wanted it to be larger, but most important of all, that I needed this Peoria Purple for the inside walls of the house. So I purchased a bigger fabric, piece of fabric as well. How much? How big? 1 yard piece, 1 yard. So yeah, I have the fabric for this one since last year. This one asks for DMC threads to be stitched, but except DMC threads, there are 5 colors of Weeks Dye Works, which are required here. 2 of them I had from last year and 3 I purchased now. I don't know why I didn't buy all of them, but it happened. So, Taffeta, this one. Then Molasses, this one. Fire, course, red as fire. Then there is basil and charcoal. So I have all of them. I didn't bring the DMC threads because I didn't even look which ones I need. Then from the embellishment packs, I also need this kind of beads, the orange beads with stripes, kind of pumpkin beads I call them, which we used here as well. So I tried to determine which beads these are, and apparently these are Preciosa beads. Preciosa seed bead, red pinstripe. This is how it's called. Size 11. And I have them. A lot of them, 50 grams, because the shop I bought it from, I found it like here in UK. They didn't sell as smaller packets. They were selling such big. So I'll have for the rest of my cross-stitch life to stitch beads like this whenever I'll need for a design. Yeah. Also on the roof, it is needed spider. A black spider. If I'm not wrong, that one is a bead spider. What I have from last year, from like this design, but it was too big for this design. This is a charm. It's black, but it's charm. I remember having a spider bead in one of my Just Nan samplers. And I think there it's not necessarily to be a bead. That's why maybe I'm going to take it from there and I'm going to put this one there. And I'm going to use a bead. I'm not sure. I'll see when the time comes. Okay, inside the house, because it's a house which is a house organizer and it opens, inside I need 3 colors of wool felt, so that I would make 2 pumpkins and the leaf, if I'm not wrong. The thing is that one of them I still haven't found according to the key, but this is it. So for the leaf I need the herringbone meadow wool, felted wool. I purchased it. Then for the upper pumpkin I need the houndstooth pumpkin wool felt, and I purchased it. And for the pumpkin which is in the at the base of the stack, I need this print. This is herringbone print, but on the image it looks pumpkin. I didn't find it in pumpkin. I found it like the closest one, which I think is going to be okay. It's whiskey. It's called the color. You see, it's kind of brownish yellowish. It's not the pumpkin, but still I think it's okay to make a pumpkin out of this color. So yeah, I purchased this one because I didn't have any other alternative. Maybe it's out of print since then, I don't know, because they are purchased from 123 Stitch and they have a very wide range of wool felt from Wigs That Works. I even think that they have probably everything which Wigs That Works is selling, but that color I couldn't find. So yes, it's going to be this one. Also for the roof, I need 4 pieces of wire, because roof is not like this one. By the way, about the roof, how you put it together, for a long time, and I had the time, I was thinking what to do. It was a time when I said that I'm going to buy ribbon like this, and I'm going to put the ribbon there, and I'm going to connect the 4 parts of the roof with the ribbon, and I'm not going to try to make it as the design asks for. But that house is a house which opens totally, and I think that these ribbons are not okay there. That's why initially Nan didn't use it there. So I bought a lot of wire, which I hope is going to be okay for this one. And the wires, the 4 wires for the roof, they all come in a button, which is also a Halloween themed button. A button with a kind of cabochon, how this one is called, on top. I couldn't find this one anywhere, and I was looking since last year, honestly, because last year I couldn't find, and this year when I started like looking since summer, I couldn't find. And then I thought, why not making my own button? So I bought a button form, I bought a separate cabochon, and I'm going to stick it here. It's not sticked because I received it yesterday, I didn't have the time. And I have also such one. You see, but I think this one is going to be, because it's the one which mostly looks like the original one. I'm not sure if that's everything what I need for this design, but I know that I have the most important things for these ones. So I'm going to try to stitch and finish this one, and I hope it's going to be how do I say, a success. It's going to be something okay in the end, so we'll see. I'll start stitching it, and of course you'll see what the realization is. And the next purchase, which is also going to be a project, this is such a design by Mill Hill. This is from the Button and Bead series, Nutty Squirrels. This is a newly released design. I think it was released late spring, early summer. I don't remember exactly. I just know that when I saw it, I was like I fell in love instantly. And I said that I want to stitch it and finish it into a pincushion, a big pincushion, you know. And like I purchased it immediately. This one is like, of course, it's on the perforated paper, the threads, not a lot of how do I say, beads here. And the button is the just another button already, is the newly released button, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, and you know why I thought that this one is going to be nice? Because I remembered that I had a piece of fabric from which I used for Victoria Sampler autumn box, this one, which was the leftover, and I said that this leftover is going to be perfect to be used for a pincushion back. You see, 2 squirrels, like this one's come 2 by 2. Here is the orange autumn thing. I think it's going to be perfect. I think it's going to be perfect. So yes, I just found this piece and I said, yay! And of course, if I want to be a pincushion, I won't stitch it on the perforated paper. I already found the 28 count Brittany Lugana in my stash, and I'm going to stitch on this one. And if I'm not wrong, this one is fully covered, so it doesn't have spaces here. So I think the color, because here you see the perforated paper is grayish and this one is cream, but I think it won't matter a lot, this thing. I don't have anything to use on the perimeter, like of the pincushion, but I'll see. I'll see when this one is going to be stitched, like when framing, when finishing, before finishing, I'll see what is going to be okay for this one, because so far I don't have any ideas what to use for it. Yeah. So this would be the newly purchased and the one which is going to be straight project, the Mill Hill kit. And the next I wanted to show you, it's statues, figurines, I don't know how to call them, by Jim Shore. And the purchase of these 2 is going to be the inspiration of the other 2 designs. Yes, it's not difficult to guess. It's going to be Lucky, and this is going to be the Harvest Trio. Yes. The thing is that Harvest Trio was a great wish of mine for a long time, so I wanted this one very much. Unfortunately, this one is out of print, as many Jim Shore figurines, but the thing is that some of them are not so asked, so required. I don't know what's the reason, but some of them you can buy for very decent prices and you can see a lot of them. This one is pretty rare and pretty expensive. Okay, I wouldn't say that. For example, if you would Google it, you will find 2 or 3 being sold, but they are not cheap, you see. But I wanted it very much, so fortunately I got a deal on US eBay, not our eBay, but the shipping was decent, and I purchased it immediately, and I have it. The design which is connected to this figurine, it's purchased a few years ago, so it's not a new one. So the purchase is just the figurine. Harvest Trio, this one is from One to Free Stitch a few years ago. It was very popular at that time when I purchased it, like it was popular in being stitched, that's why I bought it. Even nowadays, there are stitchers who stitch it. It didn't stop being popular, and I was just thinking that one day I'm going to stitch it, because at that time I purchased the chart. Also, I purchased the fabric, which now is out of print. By the way, the fabric is out of print. It's not sold anymore. Then I purchased also the buttons, which are also out of print now. I think, I'm not sure, because I know that Mill Hill already is using just enough buttons for its designs, but I'm not sure if they started remaking the Jim Shore ones. I'm not sure. And the belt pulls, which are like in the design, I couldn't find anymore at that time, if I'm not wrong. That's why I have kind of similar, you see, but they are not exactly the same, but you wouldn't even tell. And I remember that at that time, I even purchased beads, like the whole packs of beads for this design. But meanwhile, when I saw that I'm not stitching this design, I said why the beads would stay there. I would use them for another projects, and when I will need the beads for this project to be, when I will want this project to be stitched, I will just check what beads I have, what I don't have, I will buy, something like that. Okay, so I checked what I had. Sorry that I'm showing them to you like this, but this is what I had. The things which were little and I thought that maybe they wouldn't be enough, I purchased like more. So this is the purchase actually I made. So it's the statues and the beads, because these beads are for both. These are for Harvest Trio and for Lucky as well, because I also checked what beads I need for Lucky. So this is the purchase I have. And I don't have here the DMC threads because I didn't pull them out for this project. And as you already heard, one more project is going to be Lucky, the cat. Lucky, here it is. Let me show you just the design. For Lucky, I pulled out from the fabrics I had this one. This is the Jobelin, I don't remember which color, yellowish color, which I used for Clarissa, the cow. Because this one, which is according to the key, this is Bittersweet Light, I didn't find. I think that this one is out of print. I'm not sure, but I think it's out of print because I didn't find. I'm not sure if this one is going to be okay. I'll have to take first the threads and put the threads here, put the beads and see if it's okay. If not, I'm tending to stitch it on raw linen as well as Harvest Trio, because I saw it being stitched on raw linen and it was okay, you see. That's why raw or flax, maybe one of these two. I thought about like dyeing the fabric by myself, but I'm not sure which color it should be, because the photos many times can deceive you. They cannot show you the real color of the fabric, of the thread, which has to be. So about the fabric I have to decide. The buttons, I purchased them I think a year, maybe less ago. I showed you in one video when I purchased a lot of Jim Shore things. So I have the buttons, the original buttons which have to be used. I said the DMC threads, and I pulled out the beads for this one as well. Sorry for showing them like this, but it's like sure that I'm not going to miss them everywhere. So this is the beads which I need. This is, some of them are like adding up. Of course, I'm going to show you them beautifully when stitching each of the designs, and I have the beads. So this would be the two Jim Shore designs, which I would like to be stitched this autumn, which have statues connected to them. So this is everything about the shopping, the purchases I have been making like this winter for the designs. There are a few more projects. I would like to have them as projects which were not purchased this autumn. They are very, very few. That's why I decided that I am going to show them to you in this video, so that I wouldn't film a new video about them. So one of them, this is Busila. This is autumn on the farm. This is a great wish of mine. I mean the design, the kit. I have the spring one, or winter, oh my god, the summer one. It's spring, I think. Also sheep things. I'll show them both to you if I'm going to stitch this one, how they look like. And this one I found like last autumn. I used to say that this was a birthday present because I found it like around my birthday, and I managed to buy it on auction because it's pretty rare and it can go pretty expensive. So this one has 14 count Aida, which I'm going to replace with casual, because that one also I replaced with linen, and I have to sort out the threads. So this one also is going to be a design which I would like to stitch this this autumn, and 2 more mill heels, the hearts. You know that I'm stitching the heart series, so I purchased all of them except the music heart. I don't have this one, and I already stitched coffee, gardening, and love, this one. So why did I leave this ones for autumn? Because this one is Love Halloween, so this is about Halloween, and this one is Love Stitching, and in November is the Stitchers Day. That's why I said that Love Stitching, probably it's going to be nice to stitch for the Stitchers Day. And that's it. I mean, like the plans which I have for this autumn, stitching plans for this autumn. I hope I'll manage to stitch everything. If not. If I'll have more time, I'm going to insert something else in my stitching life, and we'll see how it will happen. Of course, I'm going to show everything in my videos. So that's everything I wanted to show you in today's video. I hope it was nice for you. I hope you liked it, and see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.